Welcome back to the games news show thing. We still haven't decided what we're gonna call this thing besides gaming news. Today is Friday, August 28th. I had to look at the date because I forgot, and we're gonna be talking about seven-ish things today that happened throughout the week. One of them is Gamescom week, or sorry, Gamescom or Opening Night Live happened this week. They premiered Fall Guys, a new video for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and more gameplay for Watch Dogs. Our opinion on the beta for the Avengers, our opinion and reviews, or I guess first impressions of the new DC games that are coming out next year and this year, or sorry, next year and then the year after that, and then finish it up with Vader Immortal, the VR game. So let's get right into it. Gamescom week. What are we excited about? So I was excited about Medal of Honor, and then I realized it was only going to be on Oculus Rift, and then the other one. So when they said Medal of Honor, I was so excited because I like those games so much. I love those games so much. Growing up,
Oh, sorry.
I like those games growing up so much, but they just stopped making them. They weren't as, I guess, popular or relevant or money making as Call of Duty or Battlefield. So when I saw they're going to announce a new game, and then I realized it was VR, and I was just like, oh, okay, that's cool. Hopefully they do launch it for PSVR. If not the current PSVR, but the whatever they decide to do next. If PlayStation decide to do something else with PlayStation VR, but I don't know what is something that you were looking forward to, or that shook you, and then are now looking forward to it now, Gio, based on what we saw
Well,
for Opening Night Live.
wait for what?
Opening Night Live.
Opening night live? What do you mean?
That's the Gamescom, the thing that happened yesterday on Thursday.
Oh, that's what they were. That's what they were calling it.
Yeah, Opening Night Live. That's what it was called.
Oh. I didn't see the whole thing live.
What were you watching?
Well, I saw parts of it. I mean, I didn't see like
Saw the
them
highlights.
streaming. I just saw like the trailers and stuff. But
Mhm.
I think for me, something that's kind of cool is something called Second Extinction, which is basically a maybe like a kind of like a survival Left 4 Dead like dinosaur game.
I like that space.
I believe you have to survive waves of dinosaurs, and then you need to survive and then upgrade.
Wait, are you sure it's that one?
What's that?
Isn't Second Extinction? Or am I thinking of another one where like you're in space? Am I thinking of another one?
That might be a different one. Second
Yeah.
Extinction is being made by Avalanche
Oh,
Studios.
it's the one with the dinosaurs. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
think they made yeah, so they made Rage 2, and I think they made Just Cause, maybe, I think,
Oh,
right?
I don't know. I don't
So,
know who made Just Cause.
yeah, so that looks really good. I think Avalanche Studios, they have a good history with making gameplay fun, and the mechanics usually feel really good for their games.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that this one looks a bit exciting. I'm not too sure if it's like open world. It
Or it's
seems
like
kind of
linear.
interesting.
No,
What's that?
so I thought you were talking about, because they announced, I forgot what it was called, but it looked like Dead Space, where you're like you can somehow travel through time or space or something, and you're fighting off like these weird
Zombie.
monsters. Like you know what I'm talking about? They were like in a ship. I can't for the life of me remember what it was called, but I'm actually hyped for that because I like Dead Space. It was one of my favorite games that I played.
Quantum
Yeah,
Error?
yeah, that one, yeah. I'm looking
Oh
forward to
yeah, I
that.
think
The graphics
I
look
saw that one.
shitty at some parts of the video. It was kind of like, this is kind of like, PS3 graphics, but overall, it looks pretty cool.
I mean, I'll say PS4 graphics. I still think we haven't seen like a game that really showcases like next gen graphics.
Ratchet was
Like,
pretty cool.
yeah, but Ratchet doesn't really. I feel like none of the games feel like next gen
Next gen,
graphics
yeah.
are. Like, I just feel like every time I see games, I mean, it's also because like next gen is just about to start, so it takes a
Mhm.
while for us to see next gen graphics, kind of like at the end of PS3, you start to see game quality go up,
Hmm.
and then going into the PS4, you start to see the difference between PS3 and PS4. You know,
Yeah.
like high definition, 4K, better graphics, better frame rate.
Mm.
But I think honestly, I feel like next gen should have waited like a year more. But then I'm not too sure how many of these games are actually going to be for PS5. You know, some of them could be for PC.
Hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, for the most part, I think I like Second Extinction. They also went over Mafia Definitive
Yeah, I'm
Edition,
actually
which I
excited for
think
that
comes
too.
out in a few weeks.
It looks really good. I just hope there's not really big like glitches and stuff,
Hmm.
because it looks really good and it looks like they did like remap everything, like rechange. They actually tried to remaster it, so hopefully it's actually a good remaster and not like a lazy one, But
So supposedly it's using the engine from Mafia 3. Um, I think I was watching some of the previews when the game first came out,
mm-hmm.
and people were saying how the game mechanics feel exactly like Mafia 3. And I don't think people really like Mafia 3 because of so many like because Mafia 3 had like so many glitches and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be interesting to see if people actually like the remaster
Or
or
don't
if
like
they
it,
just
yeah.
compare it to Mafia 3.
No, yeah. Okay. Okay, so Fall Guys Season 2. Gio, would you like to talk about that?
Yeah, so Fall Guys announced their season 2 um theme, which is going to be medieval.
Mm-hmm.
Medieval? Yeah,
Yeah,
medieval.
medieval, yeah.
Uh it matches the theme of going after the crown, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Um we they basically showcase some of the new levels. They're going to be they basically I think it's like 3 or 4 more levels that they were going to showcase. I wonder if they're going to remove or limit the season 1 maps, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So people can just focus on season 2.
Yeah.
Like kind of like if like I wonder if they're going to be like rotating maps around. So like for season 3, I wonder if they're going to limit season 2 maps, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Um but yeah, so season 2 is medieval. They have a few they did showcase a few team work maps. One
Mm-hmm.
of them is um you split into groups, I think of 4 or 5, and you guys have to get the different boxes around the area, and you guys have to build like a staircase to go over the walls. So that one was kind of interesting to see. And I think I saw like 2 other racing ones,
Mm-hmm.
like whoever's first wins.
Yeah. There was one where there was like, I mean, I don't know if you talked about it, but they're like in a circle, and there's like drawbridges going towards it, like in each corner. I don't know. I don't know what that was, but it looks pretty cool. I don't know. I'm excited for it. I just hope that me and you don't get bored of it, because we played a lot of VR games, and they're really fun because they're new and fresh. And then like within the 5 months or so, it's just like it's just another one to add to the pile that used to be fun and now no longer playing, because it just either people are too good at the game, so it's kind of like or it's like you feel like you're too good at the game, so you don't want to play it, or it's just not as
Hmm.
fun as it was when you first started playing. But I mean, I feel like
I mean,
it's
yep.
fun because it's very friendly, like Fortnite, and I think that's the reason why Fortnite is still, as popular as it is, because it's friendly for anybody. Somebody that's been playing for, 5, 6, 10 years, like a hardcore gamer, might get into it and still enjoy it. While a little kid that's like probably 6 years old might play it on his phone or something. Well, not anymore because of everything going on, but it's very accessible, and I feel like this game is also accessible. So it's bringing people that would have never played video games to play it, and people that are like hardcore gamers that want to play something just to have fun with their friends, even
Hmm.
if it's like to be competitive because they want to get a crown. Because you know how like Fall Guys Twitter has been like teasing Tim the Tatman. I don't know if you know who that is, but they've been teasing him because he finally won a crown. So
Oh yeah.
I don't know, as long as they innovate every season and they make it fun, I feel like it's gonna last a long time. Hopefully, and just the fact that it's free. I don't know if it's free on Steam. Is it free on Steam? I forgot. Because I know if you have it on PS4, it's free because of PlayStation Plus. But I don't know if it's free on Steam, or if you have to pay like a fee or something.
True.
I can
I
probably
also
check, but
think
not right now.
I don't think it's free on Steam. I think you have to pay.
Hmm.
Um, I was gonna say something about Fall Guys. But yeah, I feel like the good thing about Fall Guys as a battle royale game though, I feel like the matches are fairly short. So like it's not like Fortnite where you're in a match for about 20-30 minutes and then you're running around this huge map with nothing to do besides like gather materials and then you find an enemy and then you die within like 20 seconds of seeing the enemy.
Hmm.
So literally it's you just wasted about 20-30 minutes of you running
No, yeah,
across the map to just die, you know? Versus
yeah,
Fall Guys, it's like each level takes about I would say maybe 5 minutes. You could
yeah.
get
It's quick.
you could go through a whole match like in under 20 minutes and it doesn't feel boring, you know, it feels kind of
Hmm.
fun and it feels like you want to go back and try again. Um Especially when you're with friends, you know, cuz you're
Hmm.
laughing at each other. You're trying to encourage each other to like win. So I think Fall Guys is here to stay. They just
Hmm.
have to stay relevant and I think they just need to as long as they keep pushing out content, I think they should be good.
Yeah, yeah. I think so too. I think they're even though it's a battle royale game and it's still like every almost every other battle royale game, they have like their own like quirk, their own like attraction that makes it so relevant that I feel like if they keep doing that, if they stick with what they're good at, they're gonna keep being as good as Fortnite. Because look at PUBG, like yeah, it's a good game, but I don't see a lot of people playing it as much as people are playing Fortnite or even Apex Legends. Even though that's kind of like sometimes it's really good, sometimes really bad. I mean, just based off the people that I watch, they don't really play that much. It's kind of more like a niche game, like Overwatch. Even though it's an overhyped game, not a lot of people play it as much as they did when it was a really big thing. So if they stick with their strengths, I think they're gonna do good. But moving forward with that, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War trailer released yesterday for Gamescom. You get to get orders from Ronald Reagan. I wonder how they actually did that CGI and everything, but pretty much you get orders from the president to do stuff that's illegal, to do stuff to save the free world. And you get to make your own character, which is something that's new and different. I wonder how it's going to work and how much or how many options you're going to get to make that character, and if you're able to make a girl or a guy, or if it's just a guy. But hopefully it's actually good and not like a shitty Activision thing. That's like, wait, yeah, Activision, yeah. For some reason, I thought they had a different publisher, but yeah, Activision. So hopefully it's not too money grabby. Like I feel like Warzone and like Modern Warfare, they have been like kind of like, here's $20 and you get this like stupid shirt or this Tamagotchi thing, but it doesn't feel like I need to buy those things. It's only if I want to. So unlike other games where it's like, oh my god, this is this much for this price, I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to give them free advertising. But hopefully, based on what we saw, it actually turns out to be something that's fun because we were just watching, a video for it. So for all we know, the gameplay can be boring as heck, and it's just like the video that was fun. So we just have to see. I'm hoping that it's not boring and it's actually really good, and I hope the story isn't like just 4 hours long and it's actually a long story because that's one of the reasons why I like Call of Duty is because of the story, and it just so happens that they have multiplayer. So, and hopefully their version of, I don't know if they're gonna revamp like Warzone or if they're just gonna make it for Cold War, but we'll just have to see for that. Moving on, uh, we saw new Watch Dogs gameplay. So we got to see how you're able to recruit people, and if, like for example, they showed a beekeeper, and you have to help her get her like research from the company because it's being used for bad things, and so you have to go into the company or the organization that they have that research and destroy it, and then from there she becomes your ally, your recruit. So it's pretty cool that they have like a side mission, and it's not just like, oh, you in the street over there, you look like you have talent. Let me come over here so we can be a part of that sect together. So I think that's pretty cool, and then you get to see like, so in that person in particular, I don't know if you got to see the full video, Jill, but they have like she's able to like somehow release bees or something. So like you get to see the recruits' abilities and then the equipment, and obviously based on how I think you I guess you will decide which one you want because there's some people that that I saw based on the video that they didn't really have much to offer, but they had like a
Yeah.
high status and stuff. So I think it's pretty cool that they have that. I don't know if it's gonna work as they're showing it because to me that looks like it's a lot of things that are going on and just in a pixel because you're having each individual person that you see have a specific trait and attribute and stuff like that and equipment. So we have to see how it is in practice because on paper it looks amazing, but it could be really glitchy or really bad or really boring or really basic. And they also something that I saw that was pretty cool and weird at the same time is they have self-driving cars without any passengers. So I guess it makes it easier for when you're stealing not to feel as bad that you're stealing from a person because it's just literally there's just cars driving for some reason on the road without anybody on them. But other than that, I look forward to it. I'm really excited for it because it's just a different game, and I've liked Watch Dogs 1 and 2. Gio didn't really like Watch Dogs 2, but I really like Watch Dogs 2. I tried to replay it on my PC because I got it for free.
I mean, it was
But
okay. I prefer Watch Dogs 1. I prefer the themes and
yeah,
the
because it was more
style.
gritty, it was more raw.
Yeah.
But moving on with that, we had a chance to play the Avengers game beta, and I'm just gonna come out and say I think it was boring. I think it's a waste of money for $60. If they make it free to play, I'll be the first to play it. But it's not worth $60. At least from the beta standpoint. What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, I think it's okay, but I feel like it's gonna feel repetitive, and then it feels like all the enemies are very similar
Mm-hmm.
in the I feel like it just I mean it's I mean I know it's the beta, and that's why I rather wait to see what the reviews say once the game comes out. But
Mm-hmm.
it feels like you're doing the same. It feels like you're not
Excuse me.
doing. Well, how can I say this? It just feels like you're doing the same thing over and over again, and it feels like, for the most part, it feels like you're doing side missions.
Mm-hmm.
Like even when you were doing the single player part, I feel like it felt like you were just doing side missions.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know. I just feel like this game needs like more. That's why I'm not sure. I feel like you have to be careful. I feel like with this game because it feels like they were trying to aim for a live service type of game, but I feel like recently there's a lot of backlash because people
Like
don't want
Anthem.
those types of games because they just assume there's gonna be loot boxes, a whole bunch of microtransactions. You need to spend money to actually get stuff within the game. Um, but it feels to be honest, it feels boring. I feel like every time you use your powers or you hit an enemy, it doesn't really pack a punch. You know, it doesn't feel like you're actually doing any
Mm-hmm.
damage. It feels like you have to spam your powers multiple times to even destroy the enemies. You know, like I feel like I wish they would have done something more like with like the Batman Arkham games where
Mm-hmm.
you're playing a single player game and like there's like free flow combat and you're actually damaging enemies, and you know, like there could be mini
More
bosses where
interactive.
you have to like take their health bar down, but this feels like it feels like everyone is an enemy and you're just spamming. It feels like kind of like you're playing like an MMO and everything you're doing is just spamming and doing the same thing over and over again.
I don't know. When I played it, I just feel like so. I mean, this is probably gonna get a lot of slack. My favorite game of all time is Skyrim. Just because you had so many options, but you still had a like linear path where you had to go, right? You had to be the Dragonborn. You had to figure out why and how you're able to absorb dragons, you know? And but you're able to do like join like the thieves guild or join the um I forgot the vampire, like be a vampire, be a werewolf. So it's like even though you know what you had to do, you were still able to branch out and do things. But I felt when I was playing this, obviously they're completely different games, and like Skyrim is like freaking older than my dog. But they they have it just feels like it's all over the place. It's like it has no like here's how you're gonna start and here's how you're gonna end. It's just like, oh, do this or do this or do this or do this. It's like misguided. Like it just felt like all over the place. The fighting was fun depending on which character, and believe it or not, I actually liked um what's her name? Khan or something. I forgot her name. But
Yeah,
to me, she
Miss
was fun
Marvel.
to yeah, she was fun to play. Hulk was fun to play, even though you said he was bad. He felt very chunky.
Well, no, he was okay.
Oh no, it was Iron Man. Sorry, Iron Man was the one that was like, eh. I didn't get to play Black Widow, and that I didn't play as who was the other person? I forgot. But I only played as Khan, Hulk, and Iron Man.
Spider Man.
Did Spider Man isn't coming to 6 months.
I'm joking.
And that's another thing that's stupid. It's like, oh, PlayStation has an exclusivity deal with Spider-Man, but he's not even be playable until 6 months after the game comes out. So like, what's the point?
What's the
No
DLC?
one's gonna play. But it's just like they make like a hype release where it's like, oh, if you want to play Spider-Man, you have to play on the PlayStation. But it's like he's not even on PlayStation until 6 months from now. So what's the point? I don't know. It felt like if I bought the $60 game, within 10 hours of like in game hours, I was gonna be bored out of my mind because it was like, oh yay, I have to go back and do this. Oh yay, like I gotta do like it sounds like complaining, but when there's better games out there that have done this, like just use an example, Spider Man, best game that I've played, best Spider Man game that I played in a while. It was fun. They did have side quests that were kind of repetitive and annoying, but the main story was amazing. So I guess it's my own fault for thinking that that game was gonna transition into Avengers, and Avengers was gonna play somewhat similar. And my fiance, she doesn't really like. I mean, she really loves Iron Man and stuff and all that Marvel, but she's just like, this is boring. Within 5 minutes, she was like, I'm bored. I don't want to play this. I was like, come on, just give it a try. Just give it a try. I don't want to play this. So I, I don't know who is this targeting. I wish him the best, but I, as a person that likes Marvel, even I wouldn't buy this game just to be Hulk or Iron Man because it just doesn't feel as good as what I thought it was gonna be. Because I guess they overhyped it. I don't know. But something that I am kind of excited and hopefully they don't mess it up. Because Jill, you were talking about how it feels similar to that, and which is Suicide Squad game and the Gotham Knights. Personally, I'm excited for Gotham Knights more so because it's coming out before Suicide Squad. I saw the Suicide Squad trailer, so excited, and then I realized it doesn't come out until years. So, what do you think?
I mean, it looks cool. Um, but again, it's just a cinematic trailer. I
Hmm.
feel like we have to wait for the gameplay and we have to see what type of game
I
they're
mean,
making.
Gotham
The
Knights had gameplay though. It looked like it was
yeah,
gameplay.
well, the rumor is supposedly the rumor is that Suicide Squad is supposed to be a live service, but then
Oh, okay.
based on what I saw with Gotham Knights, that looks like a live service
Hmm.
of some sort. So to be honest, I need to see more gameplay
Yeah.
because right now I have no faith in any of those games.
I don't know. To me, it was something cool to see because I got excited when I saw Red Hood. Um, so I don't know. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm keeping my expectations like right here, like really low, so I don't get burnt again. Because I mean, we were. I mean, I think I'm more excited the fact that the leaks and rumors were right that they were gonna have the League of Owls or yeah right no
Yeah,
yeah they
the
were gonna
court.
have the Court of Owls.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know why I said League. The Court of Owls. I I love that type of stuff. So when I saw that, I was excited. I was more excited about the fact that the leaks were real about that particular thing. But then obviously it's not a Batman game because it's. I mean, it's a Batman game, but it's not about Batman. It's about like Batgirl, Nighthawk, or Nightwing, and Robin, and then Red Hood. Which I wonder how that's all going to work because I mean Red Hood is not he's not a bad guy, but he's not a good guy either. So I wonder how all that's going to like fit into like I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see because obviously we haven't seen actual gameplay for it, but I'm excited for it. I just hope it's not a failure, because it could be 50-50, really good or really bad. But something that I've seen that looks okay, but something that I'm not into because I just don't have a VR headset. Is Fader Immortal a Star Wars VR is coming to PSVR or did it launch already? You explain, Gio, because I don't know anything about that.
Star Wars VR came out this Tuesday.
Okay, have you had a chance to play it?
No, no, because I think it's I don't know. It looks interesting, but I feel like I need to see if it's worth the price. I think it's $40, but
You know how long it is?
I'm not too sure. I know it's. I
Okay.
think it's 3 episodes. Um, and I mean, based on the video I saw, it looks pretty cool. Like, there's different lightsabers. Um, there's some combat. I think it's mostly with robots.
Mm-hmm.
There's some scenes with Darth Vader, but I think it's more of an interactive story, like
Yeah.
where you're there, but you're watching, like you're in a cutscene
It's just a
basically.
movie.
It's more like you're in the story versus I feel like there isn't a lot of gameplay. I think it's more
Mm-hmm.
like interactive, and there's lightsabers that you can use, and you could train with robots. But um, I need to look more into it. But it looks cool. The scene looks cool. Um, so maybe I'll buy that. Maybe I'll talk. Maybe I'll buy it the next week. I was gonna say maybe I'll talk about that next week, but maybe I'll buy it. And then the second thing is Lego Star Wars Skywalker. The Skywalker Saga, I think, is the name of it. They just showed gameplay for Gamescom week, and that looks actually really cool. That was so. I think that was supposed to come out this year. What was that you were saying? Oh, huh. So that looks really cool. Um, Lego games they're fun. I mean, they're a little childish, I think, but they're fun. This one looks. I feel like supposedly they're making all the games from the ground up, and they're
Yeah.
using like new technology, and it looks a bit more interactive. The gameplay looks better. The mechanics look better. Some of the scenes look really cool within that trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so hopefully that's a good game. But that one got delayed till next year. So I think it's spring
Wait, for
of
real?
next year. What's that?
It got delayed till next year.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to come out this fall, but it got pushed back to spring 2021.
Okay.
Um, so I'm gonna have to wait. But we are gonna get Star Wars Starfighter Assault, I think, in
That's
October.
that's the. Well, no, do you mean Squadron?
Oh wait, yeah.
Or
Starfighter
Squadron?
Squadron,
Yeah, Star Wars Squadron.
Squadron Assault,
Yes.
maybe.
Is this? I don't know. That game. We're
So
getting that soon.
yeah, so that looks kind of cool. Um, I kind of want to see some gameplay, well, not gameplay, some reviews before I buy it.
Mm-hmm.
But that looks really cool.
It's also gonna be
I,
$40, right?
yeah, 40 or 50. I think 40.
Okay.
Um, I think it's using the same engine as because it's being made by EA,
Mm-hmm.
so it might be using the same engine
It's
as
not Dice,
Star
right?
Wars Battlefront. What happened?
It's not Dice. They stop using Dice
No, it's not
or
Dice.
Frost engine.
No, I think it's the same company. EA. I forgot EA.
Who
It's
were
the same
they?
company. I forgot who it was, but I think they made the Starfighter Assault mode in Battlefront 2. So
Oh,
it's the
okay.
same
So
company,
not
but
Force
they're making
Awakens.
this game. Yeah,
Okay.
and they're single player. And I remember playing VR for Star Wars Battlefront 1, and that looks really good. So we just have to wait and see
You have to
how
wait
the
because I don't have VR.
reviews are. Yeah, I care. It looks kind of cool. I just have to wait and see if it's worth the price
So I mean, hopefully, do you think it's gonna be $60? Because it's supposed to be the whole saga, or do you think it's gonna be cheaper than that?
for Star
The,
Wars,
yeah,
the
the Lego
Lego.
one. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, it's $60. I saw that it's $50 on PS4 on Amazon. Most likely because they always have like that $10 off discount when you're
Oh,
buying a
okay.
game. But it's $50 for on Amazon for PS4.
Just for PS4
Um,
or also Xbox and Switch?
also Xbox,
Oh, okay, just
and then
because
I
of
think
that.
also for the
Okay,
Switch. Yeah, also for the Switch.
but because
But
you're getting from Amazon. Okay.
PS5 games, I think you're still unable to buy them
Mm-hmm.
on. You're still unable to buy them on Amazon, so we have to wait and see.
I mean, we don't even know the price for PS5, so and it's already
Mm,
literally a week before September. So
I'm sure they're gonna announce it in September.
you think so?
Anything past September might be too late. Like, come on, you're really pushing it.
They're
Pushing
just
the,
like, we're just waiting for Xbox. Come on, Xbox, just tell us how much it's gonna be.
you know.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next week with more news. Hopefully, better news. Have a good day. Have a good night. See you guys next time. That's where you say bye.
Oh, bye guys.